Hi guys, welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. My name is Fezeka. I am a South African that is based in the United Kingdom. If it's your first time joining me, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future uploads. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about failure and what are some of the lessons that I have personally learned in my journey. I promise I'm not going to bore you with some sad stories. I'm just going to be doing a reflection that I am hoping that, you are obviously going to take a few things that you can also apply in your life. Or please share what were some of your experiences and also what you have actually learned. Okay. So I obviously had my fair share of failure in my 36 years of life, whether it was in business, it was in relationships, my career, or even in my academics. There are a lot of subjects that before I passed them I failed. And there were obviously a lot of lessons that came with those experiences. But today, because I'm not planning to make this video long, I'm just going to talk about 3 or 4 lessons that I've learned and how I am actually planning to do things differently going forward. Okay, so the first thing that I've actually learned is the fact that failure, it gives you an opportunity to reflect. I'm not sure who said this, but I think it's one of the most famous quotes that I'm sure you might also remember, that you learn more in failure than you actually do in success. And I think the reason why is because failing in life, it actually gives you an opportunity to reflect. I remember when I actually started, my first business. I was very young. I think I was in my late teens or early 20s. I was very excited. We had this amazing idea with a friend of mine that we were going to start a business. We were going to be successful and we were going to make a lot of money. Did we succeed? No, we didn't. And what have I learned from that experience is sometimes we think that initiating something or starting something, it is what is going to guarantee success, because a lot of people, they do not start, and you are always encouraged to start. Take the first step, just start, whatever it is, the start. But one of the things that I've learned is that starting, it does not guarantee success. However, it is how you execute. Have humility. I don't think there's anything that has taught me to be humble in life than failing in life. When you're young, you're ambitious, you've got these dreams, you've got these plans about your life, and you think, if you start putting things into action, things are actually going to move. And then when you're starting to understand how difficult it is to actually pull everything off the ground, and also not only that, but also when you're starting to understand that sometimes it is not entirely dependent on your actions. There are a lot of factors, such as your environment that you are in, such as timing. Sometimes it's just not the time. And then you start becoming very empathetic towards yourself. But not only that, you also become very empathetic towards others. I think sometimes when you're young, you become a little bit judgmental and also a little bit arrogant, especially towards people who might be older than you, who might not have achieve the things that they wanted to achieve in life, because you don't know, because you think that everything is dependent on you, everything is dependent on your ability. But when you're starting to realize these forces that also plays into your life, and then that is when you start becoming very empathetic. So another thing that I've actually learned from my failed experiences is the fact that the more I fail, the more I actually gain courage, so I become more courageous. I think it is also because, a lot of the times where we do not do the things that we want to do, or when we do not pursue our dreams, it's because of the fear of failure. So now that I've actually failed and I've actually see that it doesn't kill me, it then gives me more courage, to pursue other things, to even pursue bigger and even greater dreams, because I know the experience has taught me so much that I would not have learned if it wasn't for that actually experience. Also, one of the reasons why I've taken the initiative to start this channel, it's because I know even if I fail, it is not going to kill me. I've already failed in a lot of things. So even if it doesn't go according to what I have anticipated, but it's not going to kill me. So the last thing that I've actually learned, and I think this one, it really is so sensitive to me, it is the fact that the more I fail in life, I become more open to what God has in store for me. Because I have realized that, 80% of the things that I failed in, they were actually not meant for me. They were actually not meant for me. And I remember I was in a relationship. I think it was probably the longest relationship that I've ever been. I was in a relationship with someone for, almost 5 years. And at the time when I was in that relationship, I never thought that I was going to be, when you're in a relationship and you feel like this is going to be the last person that I'm ever going to date because it's going to translate into something else. It was that kind of a relationship. And then it failed. Obviously, it was very painful. It was very difficult. And however, looking at where I am now in terms of relationships, but when I am looking back into that whole experience, into where I would have been if I was still in that relationship, and I'm like, that was the best thing that God has done for me. Please, for the last time, do not forget to subscribe on my channel so you do not miss out on any of my future uploads. Thank you so much for watching this far. See you on my next upload.